What's up, guys? The one and only GP Lexus here today, and we have another project. We got this white G35 that we're going to be wrapping in Tiny Bot Blaze of Glory. It is a color shifting vinyl, as you can tell. So the way you have to apply it, you have to apply vinyl in a certain direction. That way the whole flow of everything can go smooth when the sun hits it. I'll be showing you guys how to properly lay down this vinyl and the materials that you'll need, which is a squeegee. You'll also need a glove as well. If you don't have it, this is some solution. You can simply just use soap and water just to help guide the squeegee along the vinyl without scratching it. Some knifeless tape, and then also a sharp blade as well. So to get into it first, you're going to want to glass out your material. You're going to want to lay it down as best as you can. And there is a clear protective film on top. So you are going to try to lay it down as best as you can without taking it off. That way you can just protect the wrap as much as you can, as much as possible. So we'll start off with taking a little corner off, tacking it down, and then going from there and taking everything off. And you don't want to lift up the vinyl as much. I really like dust and debris just under it. But in the meantime, especially if you're working solo, you're gonna have to take a few times taking it off. Just glass it out, and when you're glassing, you basically want to pull apart from each other. And as you can see, we're glassing it, pull it down. There you go. Got a little glass going. And since this is the middle of the glass, what you can do is grab a blade, make sure that it's laid down properly. Make a little cut out right here. Yep, there you go. And then we can always glass it all like that as well. There we go. Just glassing it out, pulling it, and boom, there you go. What you can do, use the glove method or the hand, and just make a slight indent where you want to tack the vinyl. And from there you can grab your squeegee and then spray on the solution if you like. You could either spray it on the squeegee or spray it on the actual vinyl itself. There we go. Gliding nice like butter. And for all these little areas right here, so this is where the window seam is at. We'll have to get back to that. But we can simply come over here, use this method to go across the whole body line. Typically, you're not supposed to squeegee upwards, you want to squeegee downwards. But I'm just trying to get all the wrinkles out as much as I can. And you can always come back and just heat this up. Looking nice. Smooth like butter. And this quarter panel is all primer. It wasn't an accident, so we are trying to revive the car. not be the best. We already clay barred, alcohol and everything, but it is not sitting on its original paint. And you glassing out the vehicle makes it more easy just for you to lay everything down, since there's not as much wrinkles. If you get a little wrinkle like that, the vinyl itself has basically little air pockets or little bubbles where they can release. There's little holes in the material that allows the air to release from the vinyl. And so far, we've already laid down half the quarter panel, and we haven't even applied anything yet. And most of the time when you do that, you do want to, not even if you didn't use any heat, you do definitely want to post heat it. That way there's no chance of any lifting or anything popping up later on, depending where you live on the weather. You just don't want to deal with that, especially all the hard work you just did. And now that my squeegee is dried up a little bit, I'll spray a little more solution. Like I said, you could either spray it on the vinyl itself or you could spray it on the squeegee. It all depends on you. I prefer to do it on the actual squeegee. That way I know when I run out I need some more. Instead of having it on the vinyl, I put on the clear coat and I accidentally get a crease and I need to take the clear coat off. And your main goal is basically to lay down as much vinyl material as you can without taking the clear coat off, like I said, just to protect the vinyl. So far, so good. Laying down amazing. And some vinyl brands aren't as tacky, meaning they don't stick as well, especially with the car being primered and not a paint. Yes, it can stick to primer, but most of the time I suggest people to have the panel painted. There we go. Everything laid down, nice and clean. And later what we can do is we can come back and just cut these all off. Normally if I had the side skirt already wrapped, I would have taped off this bottom portion just so I won't damage the vinyl, but there's nothing under there. So this is all laid down already. We are good. Making sure there's no bubbles or anything. We're gonna come over onto this side. I don't feel like I can stretch the material as much. I don't feel like I can stretch the material as much when it's just a thin coat, because it isn't something that is elastic and can move. So right now you'll see me heat it up, you'll see the film relax. And when you're heating it up, don't heat it directly on the fingers, because when you pull, that's where the glue lines are going to be left. So you're going to want to heat away from it. And as you can see, I heated that, the fingers are gone, it's relaxed. Simple as that. Just applying a little pressure, just bringing it downwards. And like I said, it's okay to take the clear coat off. You just want to make sure, especially if you're taking it off, make sure you have extra squeegee glue or lube, or you want to make sure you have soapy water. So something like this, I got a little wrinkle. Heat up more towards the bottom, not directly on where you just lifted. And then boom. And just like that. And we did take off this bumper so we don't get any dirt down there. Since I already laid down the majority of it, what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna take off the clear coat. That way I can just get these ripples out. The window is in this corner, so I just have to move up this way. Using the squeegee lube, like I said, will allow you to prevent those scratches in the vinyl. And just look at that color. Amazing. As you can see me just slowly going back and forth without even lifting the vinyl. The air is able to get released. It's all about how the direction, as I was saying, that you hit it with the squeegee. If you hit it straight on, it's not going to allow the air to release from the vinyl itself, or it may just cause it to pinch. And that's where you're going to be left with the little fingers. I did use some tape, that way when I am cutting on the seam, on the window seam, I don't accidentally cut through the plastic seam or the plastic rubber. Now what I like to do is I like to just guide it in with my finger just a little bit. Don't add too much heat. Just a little bit with your finger. Then you can go back and apply some heat, and then we'll do the cutting. There we go. And it's always important to remember, it's better to cut too little than too much, because you can always go back and cut more, but you can never go back and add. As you can see, the cut, nice and clean, tucked away. Jeez. There we go. That's what we're looking like. Now to finish the rest of this, we got the top portion, and we're gonna finish this wheel well down here and tuck the back up. All right, guys, this is what the final results looking like. Quarter panel goes crazy. The whole blend is nice. The door jamb is wrapped all the way inside, so when the door is closed, you don't see anything. No white showing, especially with the white car. It's hard to hide the white, especially in here. Everything wrapped. I ended up wrapping just a little bit, about an inch under the pillar. Everything tucked off. There is some fingerprints, but we could easily just wipe that down. Everything looking smooth. If this was helpful for you guys wrapping your G35, or just helping you guys getting a better understanding of how to wrap a vehicle, make sure to stay tuned for the next videos that I'll be posting on how to wrap the rest of the vehicle. All right, peace.